Guys, welcome everyone. I hope the sound is very clear to everyone. So nice one. We got 3 countries in already now: Malaysia, Belgium, Singapore, and we are going to expand to many countries soon. Okay, so this is just the start of another wonderful journey, and I didn't realize it, but this day is a very critical day. It's a very auspicious day, actually. This is the English session. Okay, we have another Bahasa session after Hari Raya. Okay, because I have to think first before I speak Bahasa Malaysia. So, it's a very auspicious day for us today. I didn't even know that this day was it. So, I choose it because it seemed to be a nice day because this is how we're gonna start our lessons in the future. We're going to have a free session so that everyone can join where we discuss general things, but the deep dives thing we have special for students only on Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so we're going to do this every single time. The classes are probably going to be on Friday, every Friday, or whenever we have a weekend class, at least twice a month. We're going to have sessions because we always start with a free session. This is our goal of sharing stuff with other people, our goal of spreading the message of financial freedom to people. And you saw me how I jumped from 10,000 feet, freaked me out in Gold Coast, Australia. And I do that again, after attending Tony Robbins' Date with Destiny, so that the goal sticks inside my mind. Okay, so that I can't really run away from the goal. It becomes part of me. And what a very good day this is. I did realize this because you guys know that my one of the key persons for me and who helped really launched this business is someone called Darth Sidious. Now, I was working in the corporate world under billionaire Tan Sri Syed Mokhtar Buhari. I think his net worth has come down since the general election, okay? Especially after the contract for the HSR was pulled back. But Darth Sidious is an advisor to Tan Sri Syed Mokhtar here. Okay, and truth be told, this all started last year. This all started last year when Darth Sidious asked me to go in and buy a cryptocurrency in an ICO called Block 1. Block 1, this is EOS, okay? This is actually EOS. EOS. So this is what I wrote in Facebook last year. It was so stupid, But 1 year has passed. I became from very stupid and very stupid guy to making over $1 million, US dollars. Again, I'm talking about ringgit or Sing dollars, US dollars. So what happened then? I was very funny. I met him in Pavilion in KL, and here. So I said here, thank you Billionaire Banter. Discuss pelaburan dia yang dah naik 5 kali, tapi akan naik 8 kali dari sini. Now this was actually the ICO called EOS. It was Block 1 because it was offered at that time at 50 cents. Okay. At 50 cents, at that time it was offered at 50 cents. He asked me to buy in May, sometime in May, and I didn't know what it was. Surprisingly, guys, I had no idea what Block 1 was. I tried to Google it. I got the spelling wrong. It's called Block 1. Okay, it's like this is Block 1. I was hearing or not hearing. I failed to find it. And he said, go buy that ICO. I didn't buy it, but he bought it. So at that time, it was 250. It's 50 to 250. He said it would go 8. It would go 8. And it did. It went to 5. Okay, it went to 5. So it went from 50 cents. Eventually, it went to 5. So it did go 8 times. Okay. Again, I didn't know what I was doing, so I wasn't on this. But those of you that were on EOS are very lucky because it's now like $14, went up to $22. Okay, so this is the beginning of cryptocurrency and how auspicious that we start this day. When he met me last year to basically say, hey, you got to go into cryptocurrency. This is the best way to make money because it's something very new. It's really something that's new. And when something new comes along, that is where your opportunity is because we are investing in a lot of startups. So this is like NASDAQ in 1999, okay, the dot-com boom of 1999, which many of you that are old enough went through it or didn't take advantage of, or took advantage of it, which is good and became rich, or took advantage of it and lost all your money, but that's okay too. But now this is another version of NASDAQ 1999. I argue that this is even better. In fact, this, what we are facing now, is the largest. This is the largest ever. Number one near. This is the number one, how do you say it? What's that word I was saying? This is the number one bubble of all time. It's a very, very huge bubble, okay? I think the bubble will get bigger. I will tell you why. And this is why we start our course this day, because I want to talk in very simple terms, because a lot of people are newbies. I know you're scared. You're worried that you know, something might happen to your money. So we're going to start comparing rather than go and tell you all the technology and all that. All the businesses and all that, which we're going to do tomorrow and Sunday. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to go into the technology, the introduction to cryptocurrencies. We're going to break it down into the various technologies and what is now, what is coming up. On Sunday, we're going to go even deeper into the exchanges so that you know how to read this cryptocurrencies, the pricing and all, in order to make money, okay? Because a lot of people do not even know how to read. A lot of people do not even know how to decipher things. You can't do that, okay? Because this is something that's very, very big. And then we'll go to the general rules of cryptocurrencies on Sunday, and then after Hari Raya. Hari Raya bila? Wait, today is what? Today is 9, 16, 16, 9, 16, 17, 23rd and 24th. Is ni kan, and we're going to go on to the ICOs and all that, so you're going to make money. And again, the idea is to make money. The challenge that I have put myself is to make money without money. Okay, how crazy that may sound, that's even going on track. Okay, so this is the craziest, insane, most cowboy market in the world, and it has a lot of rules that you cannot even figure out. There was new things we are always near. We are always presented. Okay, what's that? That's my 55 times. Wow! Holy shit! Holy shit! Yeah. Nanti kita buat Facebook Live. We are going to do Facebook Live with this guy, because I think that we're going to do with Daniel. No, Azam bila buat, I'm going to do tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow? Yeah, we're going to do one day, probably next week, because I think Daniel now is a model where he started very small, but he made 55 times, okay? Ready? You want to see 55 times? You want to see 55 times or not? Come on. Who of you want to see 55 times money? And when he joined me, he only had 2K. Pathetic. Totally pathetic, you know? And I tell you why he did it. I tell you why he did it, because why he did it is also why I decided to change the course into more, to be more immersive. Because you really got to immerse yourself in all of this, okay? So you want to see, right? You want, right? I'm going to show you now. I am going to show you now. Johan's going to jump off his... Johan, are you ready to jump off? Mr. Belgium, please jump off your seats. 55.
I'm jumping.
You see that 55 times? Do you see that 55 times? Do you see 112,000 there? Everyone sees 112,000?
That's nice.
That's nice, right? 55 fucking times there. I lost my pahala puasa again. So every time I do this immersive, I blame Tony Robbins. I didn't get my pahala puasa. I had to lose it for the rest of the month. Just give me some chance to get some pahala here. So 55 times, 2K to 110 fucking thousand. And I'll tell you how we do it. And I'll tell you how he did it. Because he did it not because his conscious mind. It was a subconscious mind. I only learned this in Tony Robbins, okay? I didn't know also. So I went to Tony Robbins. Thanks to Johan. I said, I didn't want to go. I did not have time to go to Tony Robbins. That's why sekarang ni, when we call Daniel, we call him Wolf 55 times. It's like a Dato ship here. like we call Buntat Wales AGI, itu title. Like we call Be Different 80K tanpa modal, okay, 80,000 without any capital. We call Daniel 55 times. 55 times. So why he could do it is also explaining why why people are successful in learning is because of immersion. We thought that immersion is when you really get into it, and that's why we're changing our format to immersion. Okay? We have the theories on recording, but the immersion is where you really need to come in and participate. Even if it embarrasses yourself, don't worry, it doesn't matter. So what you guys are bad, man. So what happens in immersion is you really participate. So why did he get this? Let me explain to you from from a psychological standpoint. It was because his subconscious was working. It was because, you know, he is with me. He always has to do my work. He always has to do my research for me. He has to do my videos for me. So when he does that, now consciously, he's just doing work, you know, work. But subconsciously, the mind is absorbing all that. You faham that? So when he looks at the videos that I'm doing, technically speaking, he's already learning. His subconscious is learning, this is a good sector, this is a good sector, this is a good sector. You nampak tak? And then he's able to pick the good ones. Not necessarily the same ones, not necessarily the same cryptos or not, but he's, you know, the things that are in the same sector. That's why I said you have to look at cryptos as stock. I think that's the easier way to do it. Of course, I had to go to Tony Robbins and spend like 40,000 ringgit to bring this incredible knowledge to you guys. Okay, so there we're gonna have a talk with him next week. To save yourselves from the recession and all that. So it is possible. Okay, it is possible that we have a student here, 2K to 112K. Okay, 2K. Okay. I just hope he doesn't spend it on chicks. I'm gonna tell him now. The first thing you don't do is spend it on chicks. The second thing you do not do is spend it on cars.
Ada buka puasa, Sensei.
You see, Melayu. This is the Malay weakness. Habis lah nak Melayu. I hope his father dapat mengawal dia lah. Okay, so let's start. So that's why we want to look at it as a stock, because when you look at it as a stock, you look at it as a sector. And you are able to absorb this subconsciously, not consciously. The conscious doesn't do anything, okay? The conscious is a very lazy mind. It's a crocodile mind that prevents us from doing things because there's doubt. Boleh ke? Is this for real? Will I lose money? But the subconscious puts you into action. And that's why we have this format change. And, you know, and even now, as you guys know, right, even in this format change, I even teach shares once a month for free. I don't even charge anymore. I don't want to charge anymore. Not interested in charging things anymore for shares, because, you know. Okay, so who am I? This is who am I lah. Okay, I was a CEO of a company under the albeit group, working under Billionaire. I am the apprentice of a guy named Steriods. So, you know, it's funny that when we were in Tony Robbins' class, he mentioned that he managed to send one of his kids to La Rossi in Switzerland. This is the most expensive boarding school in the world. Steriods sent 6 children there. I don't know how much it costs now. I think 500k Swiss francs per year. What's 500k Swiss francs? 2.5 million. So that's how much he spent. So he's a very rich guy. He started the telco dulu. One of the founding fathers of the telco, Zain. Zain was Etisalat, was it? Etisalat in Kuwait, long time ago in the 90s. Okay, so I made a million ringgit 5 different ways. Or was it 6? I don't know, 5 or 6 or 7. It's between 5 and 7. I also forgot. I lost count already. So now I started Jemaah Steriods. We are now in our evolution. Next thing is starting a hedge fund, our own initial coin offering. So I'll be going to Malta sometime in August. You know, hope to go down to southern of France. Don't ask me what I'm going to do in the south of France. Okay. So again, my goal is very simple: give you guys the gift of financial freedom so you can live life to the fullest. And I think that's important because, you know, of course, the other trick to having financial freedom is to really keep it. And we're very proud of our new Datuk Sheikh 55 times here, who has shown that it is possible for someone young to take 2,000 ringgit to 112,000 ringgit. Now, you look at his background some more. His father comes from an IT background. He's a cook. He's a chef. Do you think a chef can be a super investor? You'd say no, right? But I showed you the evidence, right? So this is what you can do in crypto if you only stretch your mind. And in the words of Jordan Belfort, if you only stop thinking of the bullshit that is really preventing you to move forward, you can also do it. But there are certain rules here. So, you know, I have swam with the whale sharks. This is in Cebu. You can go in Cebu. It's in Oslo in Cebu, okay? There are a lot of whale sharks there. Just don't get eaten by one. Don't go too near to one. Yeah, I played with the fish here. This is in the Gold Coast, the Great Barrier Reef. The Great Barrier Reef. I've jumped. Yeah, I jumped from 10,000. Was it 14,000 feet? It doesn't matter when you're up there. Like, still very high. This is in the Gold Coast. I tried to do a jump before that on Wednesday. On Tuesday, but it was raining in Cairns, you know, I couldn't do that. So the first thing I did was, you know, because to go back to Malaysia, you have to go to the airport, to the Gold Coast. There's no flight back from Cairns to Malaysia. Although there is a direct flight to Singapore, but we don't have something directly back from Malaysia. So when I missed that jump in Cairns, straight away I went to the Gold Coast. I went straight to the jump, saying, hey, I want to jump. And they allowed me to jump. Although I was the only one that afternoon, okay? I was the only person to jump that afternoon. So that was kind of cool. So that's who I am. And you guys should do better, okay, guys? I am at the wrong spectrum of age, okay? I wish I was much younger. I'm not. Many things physically restricted, but I still live life to the fullest of what I can do. So I hope that you know that my exploits here can inspire you, that our success can inspire you. And during the class, I can even tell you the simple secrets. Okay, there's really simple secrets. And during our Facebook Live with Daniel next week, we'll tell you the simple secrets of how he could succeed. Because I think having this kind of success where you take 2K to 112K, it's not really knowing the mechanics of the thing. It's psychological. It's psychological, and God has to willingly allow it. And I'm not surprised that he succeeded, because there were several rules that happened here, okay? But we'll talk about it in the Facebook. You got to listen to this Facebook Live, because it is not enough for you to work hard. Again, your subconscious, to go in your subconscious, and there's something that you have to resolve things with God, like your God, if you want to be really successful. Okay, but we've shown that it's possible. So let's go in first. Let's go in about Bitcoin and blockchain. I'm going to try and make this as simple as possible. The more complicated you look on Saturday and Sunday, right? So blockchain, what in the world is blockchain? You have Bitcoin, you have Ethereum, you have blockchains and all these names. Well, to me, it's very simple. A blockchain is simply a database. Okay, it's a database that has all the records inside here. It is decentralized. It is not in one place. It is distributed over many different computers, and then it goes like this. Yeah, this doesn't even capture even half the complexity of what it is, because it is distributed all over the place. Next, important thing, it is immutable. Immutable means that once the thing is inside the record, you cannot deny it. Okay, you cannot go back and actually delete it. It stays there forever. Literally stays there forever. Now, there was a case, and I'll tell you afterward, that Ethereum did not do this, okay? Ethereum kind of break the rules here, and I'll tell you afterwards, but it is really all over the place. So, in order to maintain all this network of computers, you know, somebody has to do it. And these are the miners. This is what Bitcoin mining is like, because in order to maintain this network of distributed databases, okay, that goes all around the world, you rely on miners. Okay, this is what Bitcoin miners is really all about, because what they do is they get rewarded with Bitcoin or whatever coin that uses mining or something that's called proof of work. Okay, this is called proof of work, where if you do work, you get a reward. Okay, and this is what the miners are all about. Okay, it's not about mining a Bitcoin and then finding it in cyberspace or something. You actually have to do work, and you have to compete to do work, to write something to a blog. Okay, so what happens when there is a database all around the place here? This is where trustless transactions can happen. That means if I have an address and I want to send you something, I want to send you money, you can trust me because of the system of the network, because of the way the network is set up. You can have 100% trust in me, although you don't know me. Totally trustless. Bukan trustless, we don't trust. Trustless doesn't mean we don't trust you. Trustless means 100% absolute certainty of trust. Okay? So let's go to the next slide here. So whenever you talk about this, is just the basic of it. It's just a network of computers, okay? The network of computers that goes all around the world, and inevitably, whenever you have this, there are two things that happens. Now, the computers need to be powered up. Simple, right? All the computers need to be powered up. So if you know of a stock called NVIDIA, NVIDIA sells a lot of graphic processing units, okay, GPUs, that allow these guys to work, okay, that allows these computers to work, to generate Bitcoin. And if you go here, let's go and find, you go to finance.yahoo.com, you can find the stock of NVIDIA. There's no coin for NVIDIA. It is a real stock. It is a real company. It's listed on the NYSE. Let's see what S&P 500 went down. NVIDIA. This NVDA. Yeah, I think it's NVDA. Right? It's NVDA. Okay, let's go here. NVDA, and yeah, this is the stock, okay, $262. Now, it's gone up because the demand for its product has gone up to power up the computers of the Bitcoin miners, okay? Let's see 1 year. Let's just see its performance. Do you see 1 year? There's on 120. Let's see the performance in 5 years. Wow, it was only like, when was this? December 15, 2015. Okay, April 2016, 2 years ago, only $35. It's now $262. And this is because of cryptocurrency, of Bitcoin mining particularly, and also Ethereum mining. So you see the new economy now really taking up a lot of companies which are also able to serve this new economy here. Okay, so yeah, okay, so and then of course when we talk about Bitcoin, there's always this thing about Bob and Alice, the story of Bob and Alice. So let's see what it's all about. It's very simple to allow you to really understand the blockchain better. So Bob pula. Yeah, Tom and Alice. Yeah, Tom and Alice. Or Bob and or whoever. Okay, Tom and Alice. So Tom pays Alice 1 BTC. It's very simple. Or you pay your girlfriend 1 BTC. It has to be recorded somewhere, right? If you have a bank, it's recorded in the bank's database. But the bank's database is centralized. Okay, so Tom pays Alice 1 BTC. So it has to go into a transaction, a database here is actually the distributed ledger. Okay, it goes into a distributed ledger, which is the database. So it goes, so the record will be, it goes out of Tom's wallet minus 1 BTC. It goes into Alice's wallet, 1 BTC. Now this, when you pay this, it's not confirmed yet, okay? So it has to go into a database that combines records of many different transactions beforehand. So there are a lot of transactions before this. It's tied together in a chain. That's why it's a blockchain. So apparently, you know, just before Tom paid Alice 1 BTC, Tom had 1 BTC, right? So that was in the blockchain. And now you are appending another transaction here where Tom minus 1 BTC and Alice gets 1 BTC. And once it goes into the blockchain here, done. The transaction is confirmed. In a very simple term, it's not this easy actually, but this is a way for you to look at it in a very simple term. Okay, so the miners, the guys that are doing all the Bitcoin mining, the guys that are on all these NVIDIA chips are the ones that are powering all these the computers to confirm these transactions. Okay, so once it's there, then this is also on the blockchain. So if you see this, my God, now you see something, right? Of course, these transactions are small, but as they grow and grow and grow and grow and grow, guess what happens? Don't you think this thing needs storage? Yes. Something that's going to happen that I think is going to be very, very great. It's going to follow the pattern of the internet. Okay, last time when the internet boomed and when social media boomed, guess what? Storage companies grew because there's going to be more and more storage that's going to be put on the internet. Similarly here, you can see here, if you want to make the blockchain immutable, guess what? Okay, guess what? You are going to have to put a lot of storage, not only in one place, you are going to have to put it in multiple places. Do you see this now? You have to put it here, you have to put it here, because you have to replicate all this, okay? And so I put Dell EMC. Dell EMC was the king of storage last time. I'm not sure now, but I see a very good future. So I see a very good future for NVIDIA, obviously, because it is really the king of GPUs and all these chipsets. I think another one would be something like AMD. Yeah, AMD is also very, very good. And of course, you have NVIDIA here. Yeah, you have NVIDIA here. So let's go down some more. So once the transaction is confirmed in the blockchain, guess what happens? Now we have the confirmation in the blockchain. And here, look at that. It's confirmed. So Tom -1, Alice +1. And as more and more people come in, you just add, and then it becomes a blockchain. Not only you add, it has to be replicated, okay? Replicated all over the place. So I want you to realize this. If, just take this, if something has 1 megabyte and you have 1,000 computers, in the old way of centralization, if you have 1 megabyte and another megabyte comes in, then the storage increased by twice to 2 megabyte, right? That's how it works. Now imagine you have 1,000 computers, you have 1 megabyte and another megabyte comes in, it increases by 1,000 megabyte. So now you know why this is big, right? So now you know why there's so much speculation, right? Because if it grows, it's going to grow like that, just straight up. So Tom is now happy. Tom's already pays Alice 1 BTC. Now, this is when the transaction is confirmed. Now, what if something happens and the blockchain does not confirm it? There's something wrong. There are 2 transactions coming at the same time. Then it just will not go in. Okay, it just will not go in, and you will not get something that's confirmed. That's why when you transact through Bitcoin, there is a time, right? There is a time. There is a certain block is pending. It's not written on the blockchain yet, right? It's not confirmed. You don't have a block height. Because as you add all this in the block, there will be a block height, correct? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suddenly you're Bob and Alice here, but it's not confirmed that the block height is not formed. There's no block, there's nothing there. Okay? And it could be that someone is trying to kacau here, or someone is trying to there's some bad actors here doing some very bad things, then the block is not going to get confirmed. Now, the good thing about this, as I showed you here, that thousands and thousands of computers that are linked together, is that it would cost about 10, no, it's not 10 million, it's actually 10 billion, okay? 10 billion. So can it be hacked? Of course it can. But it's going to cost you $10 billion to hack everything, to hack all the computers around. Who has 100 billion? Bill Gates boleh kot. Probably Bill Gates can do that because he has more than 10 billion. And you only have 10 minutes to do it. Because once the block is formed, it's formed. You cannot take it out, okay? So, can you do it? Yeah, you can, but it's not feasible to do so. That's why they said the blockchain is immutable, you really cannot hack the blockchain. But in reality, it's more that, why would you even want to hack the blockchain, okay? You don't want to hack the blockchain because it is too expensive to hack the blockchain. There's too many things to do here. Now, the other thing that you could do here, if you see here, okay, Tom, since this is just a series of computers, okay, so, you know, you see here where, let's go back here, where, you know, the transaction goes in and the transaction is confirmed and is part of the blockchain. Now you need $10 billion to reverse that blockchain. Now, what if, can you reverse the transaction? Check. Has it happened? Yes. Is it practical now? No. So what happened last time? They will only do it for small coins. Okay, if there's not so many players there, and something bad happens, right, to break this chain here, and this is what happened to cryptocurrency. The second most popular cryptocurrency actually is called Ethereum. So when Ethereum first came up, Ethereum, in order to encourage the projects in Ethereum, they have something called a DAO, which is Distributed Autonomous Organization. And the DAO raise money. Of course, you want, you know, it's like a stock. Think of it as a stock. If I have a company, if I want to do projects for my company, then I need to have that thing is there. I need to have Ethereum gun. I need to have money. So yeah, let's take this out now. Oops. Yeah, take this out. Yeah, take that out. Yeah, how come it's still there? This is weird. I don't know why this Zoom group chat is there. Okay, anyway, if I want to take this equation out here, if I want to take that out there, you can, you know. So last time what happened was this. Rather than Tom giving Alice one BTC, what happened was the DAO raised money in its crowdfunding campaign. And after that, guess what? 150 million US. 150 million USD was stolen. Okay, was just stolen, hacked. There was a hacking attempt. Now at that time, Ethereum was still very young. So what they did was simple. So again, imagine a transaction here, but this transaction is deemed a bad transaction. Okay, it's a bad transaction, obviously, because there was a theft going on in there. This is deemed to be a very bad transaction. And guess what they did? They reversed it out. They went back in time and totally took this transaction out, okay? So just imagine that this was the theft. Instead of Bob giving Alice, somebody stole 150 million from the Ethereum DAO, Distributed Autonomous Organization on Ethereum. They just reversed it back. So you can also do that, okay? And that's why after that, Ethereum split into two. There's Ethereum now, and there's Ethereum Classic. And Ethereum Classic still has the block of 150 million now. That was stolen. Ethereum does not have the block anymore. So even though the money was stolen, it could not be used, okay? It couldn't be used because, yeah, isn't that good, right? You can steal the money and you can, and they're not even they're not even able to use it. So this is the good thing about cryptocurrency, is that it can be totally reversed, okay? But you usually don't want to do that because it's just gonna create a lot of problems. It's just gonna create so many problems for everyone. Okay, so you don't want to do that. Okay. Any questions now? That's just a simple thing when it's just something very simple. Okay, any questions? Any questions? You can ask questions. Don't be shy. There's no point. Hey, where's my chat? Someone took away my chat there. Hey, can you see the chat there? Yeah, ask me what questions they have. Because I can't seem to see my chat. Okay, so anyway, okay. So let's go to the next slide here. Okay, so this is another part of it. So hype, there's a lot of hype going on about Bitcoin changing the world and all that. This is true and not so true, lah. I agree that there's a lot of hype, but huh? Oh, no, nothing. Huh? So there's a lot of hype going on. Bitcoin will change the world, Bitcoin and all that. I don't think so. Okay, I really don't think so because says here hype says that Bitcoin will change the world, but will you pay US $40 for this transaction and wait one day for it to be confirmed? No. The answer is really, really no. You really do not want to do that, right? And although you can say eat and pay with Bitcoin, the fact was when the hype was going on, when the height of the hype was probably around December when Bitcoin was hitting almost 20,000, it would have cost you $40 to do a transaction. $40 to do a transaction. Something you had to wait one day, for the block to be confirmed. So if you have that, why in the world would you want to do that? So apparently there's a lot of hype. I think now that the markets have come down a lot, the market capitalization of all the cryptocurrencies, this is like just a stock market capitalization of all stocks. The market capitalization of all cryptocurrencies has come down since then from almost 900 billion. Today is about what, 350 billion. Let's go look at it. You guys can also look at it on coin market cap. I'll just go here. So let's go to Chrome here. Let's go to coin market cap. Let's see here. Down. Let's go here to coinmarketcap.com. Let's see how we're doing now. So in a sense, it moves like a stock, but this is a wild movement, okay? This is a super wild movement. So yeah, it's 342 now. Let's go look at the market cap here. Yeah. Okay. And I want you to look at this chart, because this chart only crypto, okay? Just look at that. So it went almost 900 billion here, okay? Was it 800 something? Well, it was up. Well, it went to almost 900 billion, and then it's went down to almost 259 billion, and then went up again to 452, and now we're back down to 343. So you just look at that movement. This, guys, is nothing short of crazy, okay? This is a totally insane movement. So when you look at cryptocurrencies, you can say that this is a crazy stock, okay? But it is because of these movements that this is actually the best opportunity, the best money-making opportunity ever. Because if I had told you that Daniel would make 112,000 ringgit with 2K, you guys would have put me in jail because I would have been accused as a scammer. But it did happen. Okay, so you just see the magic of Nila. This is really the magical part of cryptocurrency that we have now, and this is why I say it is in our best interest to take advantage of it. So I think the road is still very far. I will explain to you why. In essence, blockchain is just like this. It is still very early. Things have just started to form. I'm going to show you after. There are many more exciting things, because how can it be the end when people saying a Bitcoin will change the world, or Bitcoin is going to change the world, or whatever, when it's going to cost you $40 to do this transaction? It just does not make sense. Surely there is more. You know that for sure that there is more. Oops, wait a moment. Yeah. Okay. How can you say that it is the end, or it's come to the end of the road, when the technology, it's going to cost me $40 to pay for things and wait for one day? I cannot even eat, man. How can I do that? I can't do it. So it's only started here. It's just like this, okay? It's just like a bark of a tree. You don't even see a full tree yet. It's so backwards, okay? And because of this, I think, and I personally think, and I'm convinced that we have still room to run. So our friend's 115K is going to go further, which is scary. We congratulate all his future girlfriends. Okay. Because men with money, they become very funny people. Okay. And now he's laughing at me. Right? We know already. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna congratulate all his future girlfriends. All you girls here, you know who to go to, right? Okay. Mr. Daniel here. So let's go at this. You want to be like Daniel? So we're gonna go at this. Okay. First, we got connected. Then we connected with each other to the internet. Then we put in a distributed ledger. So let's see how all of this worked in the beginning. Okay, first everything was centralized, right? This is a centralized ledger or centralized database, right? This is how governments and banks work. And of course, when you ever talk about all these type of technologies, there must be a bad guy. Okay, someone has to be the bad guy lah. So the bad guys here are actually banks and governments. Okay, banks. Why are banks a bad guy? We all know why banks are bad guys, right? Because they take all the money from us. We give them money. We give them like $10. Okay, what they're gonna do is they're gonna pay us like 3% or 2% or 1%. Of the $10 that we give them. Now what they do is they take the $10, they multiply it 10 times through leverage or whatever, and then they lend to people, and then they make 20, 30% or whatever, and they give 1%. That is very bad, okay? So the banks are the bad guys here. Now the governments are also kind of the bad guys, because you know why? The governments are in cahoots with banks. Again. The government are in cahoots with banks so that we can never be rich. Okay? The government is all about controlling. Okay? It's all about control, and that's what I say. The old paradigm was all about centralization. And another word that you hear a lot that is a proxy for centralization, I'm sure you hear this word a lot now, is called regulation. Okay? There's a lot of regulation that's now in the market. It's basically a proxy for centralization because the government wants to know what's happening, okay? So, next we went from a centralized world to a decentralized world, or something that's called peer-to-peer. This is the next phase now. This was peer-to-peer. Now, of course, the poster child of this peer-to-peer was someone called Napster, right? There released someone called, take this out, right? There was someone called Napster, and you know, they had all this file sharing, movie sharing, and all that. So we were downloading all this nice movies, copyrighted, you know, from servers all over the world. And you know, and what happened? So these were our heroes, right? Suddenly we could get free movies. We didn't have to pay the thing. We don't have to pay the big studios anymore, and we could get high quality movies from servers all over the world. We could get free music from everyone. We don't have to pay the artists, because we love that, right? Because we thought that these guys were the heroes. And then what happened? The government moved in. The government moved in. Probably aided by the banks. The government shut everything down. So, you know, that was the end of it. Okay, so next, now we are moving towards more of a distributed ledger. So distributed ledger is like this. The ledger is here, and now it's distributed all over the internet. And this is Bitcoin, which is like Bob transacts with Alice, or Tom transacts with Alice, or whoever. Yeah, Bob. Yeah, Bob. It's not Bob. It's not Tom. It's Bob. Bob transacts with Alice. And this is when Bitcoin started. So we are here, okay? We are here, but we know that this is complex. This is very expensive. This requires a lot of computers, okay? And it's only meant for very, very simple transactions. And then from this simple model here, we suddenly got the idea, maybe the government cannot shut down this. How can the government shut it down? Because we have this all over the world, right? They can't even go and shut down this network. They've tried many times, okay? They've tried to ban this. They've tried to say a lot of bad things about it. And yet it comes back. It comes back, okay? It comes back, and That's why our investment goes up and down. Okay, and now we got even smarter. Okay, now that we have seen that the governments cannot even shut this down, they are forced to regulate us. Now we go to the next phase, which is economy. Because in an economy, it's very simple. You need contracts. I need an agreement if I'm going to do a transaction with you, right? I want an agreement, and if I fulfill the agreement, I want to be paid. Or if you fulfill the agreement and I want to buy a service from you, if the agreement is fulfilled, I want to be paid. So that agreement is basically smart contracts. The applications that allow us to do things are called dApps, okay, dApps, or distributed applications. So this is all what it's all about. So we've moved from a distributed ledger now to a distributed economy. Now some cryptocurrencies are very clever, like NEO. They call this into a smart economy. It's the same. Okay, distributed economy or basically smart economy is basically the same, but it's all about an economy where there is a contract. Okay, the important thing here, it is a contract that manages things. And now we are already running the applications. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's what we do. Yeah, crazy and fun, doable. Good. Okay, so this is where we are now. Okay, and next, but it's only the start. Okay, I'm going to argue with you, it's only the start. I'm going to show you some graphs. I'm going to show you some charts, because as I said, this is like a stock. Let's pretend this is a stock. And the companies that are doing this, the NVIDIAs that are providing, the GPUs to the miners, the computers, the EMCs of the world. There are going to be a lot of storage companies coming up. And also the companies that are doing the smart contract, the companies that are doing the applications, the dApps, so we call it distributed applications. Many, many more will come in. Now, if you guys, you guys have parents that lived during the 1999 boom or 1999 Nasdaq boom, then I suggest you ask them. Okay, you ask them, and okay, Sam, you have raised your hand. Anything? Yeah, you can. You can ask me in the chat. Okay. Okay. So I think we are really at the beginning of this currently now. So you have Bitcoin, you have Ethereum. Bitcoin is probably 1.0. Ethereum is 2.0. Then you have blockchain 3.0. Blockchain 3.0 is something that is essentially faster than Ethereum. Now, because you started all this, there must be a treasury model. That means you start a company, there must be a way to fund the company, there must be a way to get your applications, okay, get applications running on your network or whatever. This is what a treasury model is, because once you as a company are successful, you must have a way to maintain your ecosystem, okay? And of course, it must be business friendly. Now, when you look about the blockchain, it's open and distributed all over the world. But we as businesses, we don't want to put everything out in the open, right? You don't put all your data out in the open for everyone to see. There's some things that are secret and you want it in a private blockchain. So these are the things that are now being developed. And then if you can see now, the confirmation things, of transactions being confirmed. It's not truly confirmed. It's almost confirmed, but there will be, we're coming to a stage where it is almost going to be guaranteed 100% to be confirmed. This is called the development, this is absolute Byzantine fault tolerance. So Byzantine fault tolerance is used in cryptocurrencies such as NEO, also in Icon. So now you can see new cryptocurrencies coming out, or don't see them as cryptocurrencies, see them as platforms, okay, like Ethereum. See them as platforms like Ethereum, and the new ones are like NEO, Icon. Icon is Korea, Zilliqa, OneChain. Now, OneChain is very exciting, okay, because there's going to be a lot of applications running on OneChain. Zilliqa is also making great strides here. So NEO, if you look at Ethereum, NEO, they say is now being touted as the Ethereum of China. So you see or not? So they didn't say Bitcoin of China. Of course, because Bitcoin, there's really nothing much you can do with Bitcoin. That's why we have Bitcoin Cash, okay, to make it faster. So Ethereum is basically more useful because you have applications and also what is smart contracts. So this is the Ethereum of China. This is Icon or ICX. Icon, of course, is the Ethereum of Korea. Ethereum of Korea. And then and let's go see some charts on the shares of this, okay? So shares, you know, it's just like a share. And if you were lucky enough to buy during the early stages, oh, you could be like Daniel also. Idola Daniel, the new Daniel, Daniel is now the Idola. So let's see something here. Let's see Icon here, okay? Let me handle this, clear all drawing. I'm gonna start with Icon, ICX. Now ICX was a cryptocurrency that I bought only for 11 cents. It's now 260, okay? So that's about 26 times, but it went up to $12. So it went up over 100 times, okay? Yeah, $12 here from only 11 cents. That was the price in the ICO. And ICO is like an IPO, okay? It's where they offer, you know, IPO, they offer shares in the early stages. ICO, they offer cryptocurrencies in the early stages. So that's, Icon went up to what, 12 bucks, right? Let's see that. Yeah, 12.11. Okay, and this is only started at 11 cents. So imagine had you gotten in from the beginning. Another one is Neo. Now this is even more shocking. Okay, now it's $52. When I went in here, this is actually one of my first earlier cryptocurrency investments here. It's only like below 10. I bought it below 10. Then went up to 50 here, so I sold it off. Then went down. Then went up to 190, guys. This one peaked at around $190, okay? But look at its price. In the beginning, like 18 cents, 13 cents, 11 cents, 12 cents. See? It was very long, right? March 2017, it was only 11 cents. Now it's $52. Can you imagine how much you would have made? Like, I'm going to test a mathematical scheme here. $52. That's what? It's like $52 or something. How many times is that? My God. Okay, let's just do a calculation so that you can see how much this is. So 52 divided by 11. It's only about 472 times. Okay. Of course, before this, it was at 190. It was almost about 1,000. Yeah, it was probably at the high, it was 1,500 times. So, can you imagine that had you bought into this early on, your 1,000 would become 1.5 million. Yeah, it's true. Your 1,000 would have become 1.5 million. Now your 1,000 becomes only 472,000 only. Sahaja. It's not a lot. If you had 2,000, you would be a millionaire already. You'll be a millionaire very quick, you know, because say you went to 50, you'd be a millionaire like in less than 1 year, you'd be a millionaire already lah. You can be a millionaire in less than 1 year. So this is the magic of cryptocurrency. Now, not all do like this. Only the good ones do like this, which is why we say that you got to find the good cryptocurrencies, okay? You really got to learn how to find the good cryptocurrencies, okay? Amazing, right? But this is true. These are things that are happening that are really, really very true. So, yeah. So, but that's this phase. So, we're still early, okay? So, let me ask you a question. If, now I'm going to go there, you guys. If the first phase can give you returns like that, what do you think the second phase can do? We're still early on, okay? So just imagine that. It is still early on in the game. It is still very early in the game. So if the first phase can give you crazy gains like Neo or Icon like that, what do you think the second phase will do? it is going to blow your mind away. And the second phase is already here, blockchain 4.0. You have things like Quark chain. You have things like Eden chain, okay, which are essentially fast solutions. So fast, they use a technology called sharding, multiple sharding, side chain. You don't need to know what it is. Just you need to know that, you know, Ethereum now is also scaling up because Bitcoin is only about 7 transactions a second. Bitcoin is about 14. These guys are going into thousands already, okay? These guys are going into 1,000 transactions per second versus Bitcoin at 7 transactions per second and Ethereum at 14 transactions per second. So there's a long way to go. This is BTC. This is Ether. Now, Ethereum, in order to make it faster, and you guys know why you need to make it faster, not because if not, it cannot even be used for real-world applications. So in order to make it faster, they're using something called sharding and plasma to do it. But these guys, since they have time to design it from ground up, they can deploy this faster. Whereas Ethereum, you know, they already have code already there working, so it's not easy to really incorporate the new technologies into Ethereum. So these guys, the Quark chains and the Eden chains, are starting at like 1K up to 1 million. A million transactions and even faster. You'll probably have more governance here. You probably have more privacy here. Okay, privacy means something that's suitable for private chains. Okay, so when you talk about Quark chain, I'm very proud of this because you look at my video, I already said, right? What did I say? I said that Quark chain as a minimum will make 20 times. Now, what I did not expect was make 20 times within like 2 days. 22 times in 2 days. Doesn't matter lah, 2 or 3 days lah. Doesn't matter. I think you guys can wait, right? Just patient for a day or so. 22 times in only 2 or 3 days. So 1,000 of your money would have returned 22,000. Kan? Not as good as Daniel's 55 lah, but still can lah, boleh lah. So next one is Eden chain. Now I'm convinced Eden chain is going to go 20 times also. Okay, so we are here now. Now, coming up, this is 2018 and you're going to see this blockchain coming in 2019. Now in 2019 and 2020, we are even go to a much faster chain. This is beyond blockchain, okay? They don't even use blockchains anymore now. This is called the hash graph. So while these guys, while you have Ethereum, Bitcoin and Ethereum starting at 7 transactions per second and 14 transactions per second, you have these guys starting at 1,000. These guys, the new one beyond blockchain, are starting at 300,000 transactions per second. And they're going to go to 500,000, and then probably they're going to blast away through 1 million. Now, this is when business starts. I believe that this is when business is going to start here. Okay, this is called the hash graph. This is the blockchain, and this is the hash graph. And you already have new architectures here, like these are the coins that are already involved in the hash graph. You have companies like IOTA, you have like Nano. This thing, Phantom, is going to go on an ICO. We have a registration for this. The KYC registration is at 5. We have things like Hedera Hash Graph is also going for ICO. They plan to raise about They plan to raise about 300 million US dollars. Okay, 300 million US dollars. So this is really enough. This is like Buzz Lightyear and beyond. Okay. And they have good architectures like Nano is so good for money transfer because Nano allows, it used to be called rail blocks by the way, it allows the fast money transfers for a cost of a fraction of a cent, you know? So can you imagine you can just transfer money all around the world to your friends for less than a cent? Try doing that with a bank. You know, the process of doing it with a bank is so long, you have to fill all types of forms, and the commissions you pay, simply too much. But if you go to Nano, you can do it like with a fraction of a cent. And let's just see the movement on Nano, okay? So that you understand, because all you need to do, as I said before, is just pretend this is just a stock, okay? Let's see this, Nano. Let's see the movement in Nano, what it is now. Yeah, that's Nano. Just go to coin market cap and press Nano here. $3.92. Let's go see. This was a real box here. But look, guys, it was at, what was this? It was at 32. It's more than, well, almost, was more than, what was that, 32? Let me try and see what it is. It's like $34, okay? This thing was at $34, okay? It's now 3 lah, so it can go up 10 times, I guess. But 18 December last year, in December alone, let's see. On December 1st, it was 19 cents. By December, by January 2nd, in 1 month, it went up to about $34. So let's see, 1 month. 1 month of changing life, okay? So that's why I say, if you are very knowledgeable, if you understand this thing, all you need is 1 month to change your life. Daniel took 2 months, good. 2 or 3 months to change. Yeah, he joined me when? March, right? Yeah, he kind of joined me in March, okay? He joined me in March, okay? So it's incredible, right? It's really, really amazing, okay? Really, really amazing. So 19 cents. Let's just go and calculate this. 19 cents and $34. How many times is that? 1 month, huh? The thing went crazy within 1 month. 34 divided by 0.19, 178 times. Okay? 178 times in 1 month. 1,000 in whatever currency you do, whether it's ringgit, because 178,000 ringgit, if you have Sing dollars, then 1,000 Sing becomes 178,000 Sing. If you have euros, 1,000 euros become 178,000 euros. 178. So if you have the knowledge and if you know what you're doing, then yeah, definitely it is really, really possible. Okay, so again, so when we look at all this Bitcoin, you know, they say that Bitcoin is going to die. Bitcoin is not going to go up anymore. This is the end of it. I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, let me tell you why. Because markets have something like this. I just draw here the charts of the markets during a bull run. Okay, these are the charts of a market during a super bull run. And here you see this is the tulip. See, I even draw it from. This is 1636. This is the market during the tulip mania. I don't know how to draw tulip. I'm going to draw tulip here, okay? Yeah, I think I have to let me go and mute. Okay. Who else? Yeah, I have so many people I need to mute here first. Okay, good. Now, during the tulip mania, look, just look at what happened to the market. Because financial markets are fractal, okay? Financial markets are fractal and tend to repeat. It goes up, it stages a mini crash, something that you call a fake out, okay? This is what financial people call fake out, mini crash. And then it goes to the moon, okay? Similarly for NASDAQ, okay, it goes up, it goes down here, and then it goes to the moon. Now, this was caused by long-term capital management, okay? The bond, long-term capital management. When the Russian market collapsed, this bond guys also collapsed. They were the smartest people in the world, but inilah, as they say, don't play with God. God is much smarter, so this thing also went down. And then it went to the moon, correct? And then you had this. This was, of course, Netscape. Yeah, this was all the insane or silly .com companies. So it goes down before it goes to the moon. Now, I believe that we are in a similar situation because what I have shown you is that we are even not, you know, I mean, how can we have a market peak when Bitcoin is so slow, when the rest of the guys haven't come out yet? So I don't believe this is so, okay? I don't think this is correct. I believe that we have still more to go. And so let's go back to coin market cap here. Here. Let's go to the markets. Yeah, let's just go look at the overall market. I'm going to go here. Okay, let me go here. Easier to do this, right? Let me clear all this drawing. So I believe that in the long term, this crash, okay, see this crash is going to be similar like this and like this. You see that? Again, let's see. So this crash, yeah. So again, this crash here is going to be like that. That means I believe that this is what's going to happen to the market. Market is going to be like this. Then the market is going to go up like this, and then go down like this, and then the market is going to go, whatever it does, is going to go something like that. That means if we look at in the long term, it's going to just go like that. Following, okay, and it will follow the pattern of the tulip mania of 1636, and it will follow the pattern of the NASDAQ. Now, there's another chart that I did not put here because we had also drawn this out for the number of days that it truly makes a peak. I think that the peak here will be around 2020. 2020 is a good time to crash, okay? I think 2020 is a great time to crash, okay? So I think we still have something that is going to go very far. And if you look at, just think of it in the valuation of stocks, because what you want to do is buy low and sell high, right? So if you compare to the stock market, the ICO market or initial coin offering market, it's not something to be scoffed at. It's just as big or it's even bigger than the stock market. Let's see here. Because Dropbox, who knows how much Dropbox raised 756 million US. That's Dropbox, right? Very popular, right? Most people are now using Dropbox, okay? But do you know that the Telegram ICO initially after raising 850 million, it raised over 2 billion US. EOS, which went through a 1-year ICO, raised 4 billion US. So it's no joke, okay? So it is just as big or even bigger now. And I think it's going to get much, much bigger. It's going to get much, much bigger and than even the traditional stock market. So this is nothing to be don't look down on this market, okay? Not only can it make you money, it can make you lots of money, and there's ample opportunity for it to make you money, and looks like it is going to a point where it's going to start eclipsing the stock market. So let's go and see some of the biggest ICOs at all time so that you can see what's happening. Okay, 50 biggest ICOs of all time. Okay, this is before they didn't put EOS and Telegram here yet. Okay, let's see. The biggest here is a company called Filecoin. Now, for those of you that are clever, what Filecoin is? What do you think? Filecoin is in what sector? What type of company is Filecoin? Just see, when you look at this, you pretty much know what to invest in. And let's put other things. I see someone has answered. Yes, storage, correct. So, you can see, right, what I was saying, you can just use your brains here to see what sectors are hot, right? Because on top here, we have Telegram. Yeah, Telegram is messaging because it is obviously the way we interact with each other. And the biggest one is EOS. EOS is blockchain. So just by doing this alone, just by going here, you know that blockchains are going to be big. And I showed you already, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum, blockchain 3, blockchain 4, blockchain 5. This is the app is big because it's nothing to do with infrastructure, but this is an application because everyone's using it. And here is Filecoin. And Filecoin is storage. So immediately you see here that when you are going and looking for companies, what do you look for? Well, D-apps. D-apps, there's a lot of D-apps, okay? There's a lot of kind of D-apps. You can say that this is communications, but what you really want to do is you look for companies that are setting up blockchains. You know, that will be hard, yeah. And also storage. Why? Because you see, as they increase, as more and more data goes onto the blockchain, naturally you need more storage because that data needs to be replicated all over the place. Now let's see the next one here. This is Tezos. Well, Tezos was a scam, kind of a scam. Ignore that. This is EOS. EOS is now much bigger, right? EOS already done 4 billion. This is Syrian Labs. Okay, who knows what Syrian Labs is? Who knows what Syrian Labs is? You'd be surprised, you know. I was surprised also. Who knows what Syrian Labs is? Yeah, they're clever or not? Nope. Who knows what Syrian Labs is? It's very funny. Syrian Labs is a secure phone. Security. This is security, okay? But it's a secure phone. Okay? It's a highly secure phone. Company from Israel, okay? Amazing, yeah. Because I know I kind of participated in that. I didn't go for EOS. I have EOS now in my portfolio, but I didn't go for EOS. Syrian Bancor. Bancor is an exchange. Okay, so let's go and see Bancor. Let's go and see Bancor here. So this is not, see, you think like a stock is just easy, right? Rather than you go take cryptocurrency and confuse everyone. So let's not confuse everyone. Just think of it as a stock. That's all it is, guys. So let's go Bancor.network. I've never used this, but now I have to use this because one of the ICOs that I bought, like, I think Traxia. Yeah, Traxia. Oh, no. Keek is listed on Bancor. Traxia is not. Yeah, this is Bancor, okay? Just an exchange. Okay, so yeah, this is where you can buy or sell cryptocurrencies. Yeah, see, I even have this so that it's safe. So I don't get fished and all of this. So yeah, this is just a simple exchange. Okay. What else do we have here? Bancor. Status. Okay, social media. Cash. Cash is also another exchange. Cash. A Japanese. Yeah, I participated in that also. 5 times only. Only 5 times. Only. Grid, I don't know what Grid is. Yeah, and then you have Aragon. Yeah, Bankers. You can look at Tron. Yeah, Tron is like me. Tron is this one. Justin Sun. Justin Sun, not the son of Jack Ma. He is the apprentice of Jack Ma. He goes into Jack Ma University. So he's the next Chinese big thing. So, you know, it's no wonder why in 2017, dubbed the year of the ICO. ICO refers to a new form of investment vehicle that allows investors from all around the globe to crowdfund new blockchain projects. So the difference in ICOs is because it's pretty much not regulated yet, although there's a movement now to regulate it, and we expect to see more regulation in the future, which is actually not good, okay? It's actually not good, but we have ways to overcome this. And I'm going to show this in class, probably after Hari Raya, how we're going to overcome the restrictions by regulation. We're going to see the real impact of regulation. It allows us to go into projects all over the world, because if you are a Malaysian trader, right, you pretty much trade Malaysian stock. But if Malaysian stocks go down, what do? You pray, no? You pray, right? You pray, you pray, you hope that it doesn't go down, and then you get into trouble, okay? But here we can diversify to all the markets, okay? We can choose the best from all over the world, not merely in Malaysia. And this is easier to get in. Even if you have, okay? Even if you guys have an account with a foreign broker, it's still quite difficult to go in, you know? This is much easier, and you can go in multiple markets from all over the world. You can invest in many companies from all over the world. And when you are doing this, please take note, because this suddenly gives you the role. Okay, you are not only an investor, like an investor in the stock market or an investor or a trader in a forex market. In fact, I think if you are going in the forex market or you're going to the stock market overseas, you are more of a trader. Okay, this is a fact. This allows you to be a true investor because you know why? You get into the company in early stages, okay, very early, not only early, you get into the company in very early stages. Okay, and when you get the company into very early stages, guess what? You can make lots of money because the risk is very high, right? So a company is going to start like this. Let's put it green like this. It's going to go that, or it's going to go belly up, and it's going to go down. These are the two things that will happen. Okay, and if you're very smart, you start picking the companies that can go up. Guess what? You make boatloads of money. Okay, kind of like 55 times. Yeah, you kind of make 55 times. Can you imagine that? 55 times. If you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you can go here, down in the gutters. And unfortunately now, I run a group called Jemaah Das Veda. I'm sometimes not that I mean to be rude, but I don't bother asking a lot of people because people ask me about scam coins. Sir, what do you think of this coin? Sir, what do you think of this coin? It's gotten better now. I think now they're clever because I meet a lot of people very clever. Now they ask more reasonable questions. But actually in the first stage last year, everyone was asking about a stupid scam coin. And I got so fed up of telling people that it was a scam coin. In the end, I just didn't answer. I just didn't bother to answer. Yes, guys, it is okay to want to make fast money. It's even possible to want to make fast money. And yes, you are entitled to it. It's okay to ask. But please don't waste your time on scam coins. It's really not worth it. Okay? So let's go on to the next slide here. So it's the .com, internet, and social media boom all over again. But this time it is with a twist. It is with a very, very, very important twist. And we're going to start comparing some companies here. We're going to start comparing them with Facebook. We're going to start comparing them with Airbnb. We're going to start comparing them with Uber. Start comparing them with IBM. IBM provides all the servers and mainframe. Dell EMC provides the storage. And also to tie up all the applications together, some of you know IBM WebSphere, right? So all of this is here. So if you guys know the stock market, and if you guys know what moved the internet before, this .com boom, then you pretty much will have a very good idea on what to choose now to get even more spectacular results than before. Okay, so ready. So let's go into the Facebook. Now, I know you guys are Facebook, you guys use Facebook a lot, right? So let me ask you, when you post in Facebook, do you get money? How many of you make money? You guys spend so much time on social media, right? You go into Instagram, you go on to Facebook, you want to build a loyal following of followers. But in the end, how many people really make money? And let's just tell you this really true story. It's kind of cool, How many people really make money? The answer is not many. Because when you talk about Instagram, when you talk about Facebook, when you talk about LinkedIn, when you talk about LinkedIn and Snapchat, all these people do. They are centralized platforms. Okay, they are centralized platforms. They collect our data, so they mine our data. They know what we're doing, and then they sell our data to advertisers. So that when you go in Facebook, something is always targeting you somewhere. Okay, we don't make money, okay? But in Steemit, you do make money. You actually get money for postings, okay? This is an example of a Steemit where it shows, you didn't need to know all this. They basically share the sharing pool. This is an example of a post that got like 3,000. Is it 3,000? Yeah. This is an example of post here. Not there. This post got $3,000, okay, to make reputation. Yeah, reputation, okay. Here you actually make money. You know, once you become like power Steemit user, you really make a lot of money here. And it was funny that I went into this this event here by the Steemit Malaysia. So I'm gonna ask you a question. Let's see if you guys can answer. I'm shocked. Okay. This is young guitarist guy, very good guy. You know, so he has a YouTube channel. So despite being a very good guy, YouTube channel, he makes only he makes $3 from his YouTube channel. $3, okay? A very good guitarist. Guess how much he makes from Steemit? Guess how much he makes from his Steemit channel? And then I'm going to go afterwards and see some of the postings, okay? In Steemit and also DTube, okay? Guess how much he makes from his Steemit channel? He makes only $3 from YouTube. I mean, if this guy makes $3 from YouTube, I think I'm going to make much less, okay? Even with 1,000 followers and all that, because you know you can only monetize when you have over 1,000 followers, right? So let's see, who knows the answer? How much did he make? $9 is a good one. Good. Who else? Come on. Who else? That's a good one. I like that. Yeah, because you know it's not easy. Okay, it's not really easy to make money from YouTube. Also, let's see. Come on. How much? How much? Let's see. I'll tell you. US. 2,200. Okay. Now, let's see how he did it. Let's go and see this site called D.Tube. D.Tube is similar to U.Tube. It's owned by Steemit, okay? It is the YouTube version on the online world. So then you see what in the online of the blockchain world. Now you see why blockchain is so much more exciting than the normal world, okay? Than the normal social media world, which everything is centralized, where the companies make all the money. They don't give us anything much. We want more. So let's go to let's go to Steemit. In fact, yeah, this is steemit.com. You can go to steemit.com. You can have a blog here, and if people upvote you, then you can make money. Yeah, this is Steemit. Okay, this is Steemit. This is my feed here. Yeah, let's see live. Wow, my voice. See, my voice is worth something. Yeah, sure. Introduce yourself. Let's go into Bitcoin. Let's go into the Bitcoin tags. Okay. Trending. You see what's trending on Bitcoin? You see things like this. You know, he's say $1,108. Do you see that? Just for this, Wow. What this? Bitcoin Trust kind $936. $652 ultimate currency. Wow. GMO Bitcoin miner $334. Okay, just riding on social media. Okay, guys, this is real money. Now let's see D.Tube. So I'm comparing Facebook to Steemit and DTube, okay? Facebook and YouTube and all the other things that you like to hear. Okay, so isn't that amazing? I find that quite amazing. Look at this. This is DTube. Darren's demo videos. $64. VR Gaming Megatron. $62. DTube curation survey, $311. DTube, yeah, be your own hero. Music industry is behind control. My watercolor, 2 cents. Okay, nothing much here. So you know, nothing much because they have just started. But look at the ones that are making money. We are having some fun yet on this awesome Steemit. Why you shouldn't worry about Steam price as the new DTube. VR Gaming. They even talk about Megatron. Wow. DTube detained by Italian police while questioning. What is this guy talking about? So just like YouTube, right? Press here. And this is what we're trying to do here. We're trying to build a community so that, you know, once we have a strong community here and we work as a community, then hopefully one day in the future, our people, when they post, can also make money like this. Just imagine 200 ringgit or 60 US per post. And
Anna, what are your views on populism in Europe?
Yeah.
Okay. Where should we go? Yeah, you have to
See that?
one photo.
Ukraine. So here's the deal. If you have something that's viral like this, you'll be detained by Italian police.
Okay, as you know, I was detained by the Italian police earlier today while we were checking out the private airport. As those of you who've been watching my channel will know, we often go to the airports to try to get the good confrontations, the good conversations with these Bilderberg members. And that's where we usually get them. However, I think they may have learned their lesson from last year when I confronted maybe 20, maybe 30 of them at the airport. Well, now they've made it much more difficult because I was there today. My day started out going.
See, just by doing videos like this, you know, this guy, yeah, it's gonna be 60 bucks or 300 bucks, right? So here's the thing. If you are a good content creator or you happen, okay, or you happen to come off something that's viral, how much do you get when you put it in YouTube, right? You can get more, you put it in Steemit. Now, let me give you another scenario. Now, if you are on Steemit and you are part of a community, okay? You are part of a community that can vote you up, because this depends on upvote, okay? If your content is good, they upvote you up, but there's a lot in your community. Like we already have a community of over 250 people. Guess what? Do you think you'll make money or not? You do make money, right? That's what you do. And then we can even tie up with some other people from Malaysia and make it into a big Malaysian Steemit community that supports each other. So here, again here, through the process of collaboration, you can make money posting stuff, okay? And earn the cryptocurrency Steem. And then you change it for cash. Change it into US dollar and cryptocurrency Steem. So this is like the new media where even for a posting, you can make money. And of course, I also make money from my YouTube videos. There also, yeah, there are ways to do that, okay? So isn't this cool that if you're part of community, suddenly, man, you can make videos like this, have fun, you can travel, take pictures and all that. And if people like it, you make money. I'm going to see how much my Tony Robbins, my comment on Tony Robbins videos here. Yeah. Let's see travel. So this girl, where do you travel? Oh, this is only 20, well, sometimes 26 cents. You got to start somewhere, you know, $2.20. How to travel on a budget, $81. See, when you give tips, like it's just like social media, right? I'm sure you social media entrepreneurs know this. You give tips, you get more views. Well, here, hello, you give tips, you get more views and you get more money, okay? Gonna get money. Okay, look at that. Yeah, travel, my beautiful trip. Yeah, I'm gonna have trips. Yeah, the Vietnam voyage. But this is cool. This is so cool. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, there's a vlog here. Even have a vlog here. They have a vlog. Okay, this is a video log. It's like a blog that's made out of videos here. See, and look, here's a channel here. Total channel on the vlog here. That makes money, right? Wow, look at that. And then look at those pictures. So you can make money here. So this is the difference between, between the traditional and the new, okay? Because in the new things, we are all about, we're all about helping each other to make money. We do not want the companies only to make money. Basically, decentralization has helped us realize that we have been conned, okay? We're just being conned by a lot of people. So it's now time to get a share of that profit. So the profit doesn't stay too long all the time with the people. It stays with us. Okay, now next. What about this? You guys know this, right? You guys know this, right? You guys know sharing, right? You guys know ride sharing, right? Like Grab, Uber, Gojek, yeah, Lazada. And this is all sharing, right? These are all the sharing economy and all that. But again, you look at Grab, right? Grab takes 25% of the profit. So now there is another company coming in where you can develop applications on top of these companies. You can develop the sharing economy. This is called Origin Protocol. Okay, so this is what Origin Protocol does. You know, in the sharing economy, this is like Airbnb. You know, you guys like Airbnb, right? So they just showed an example here. Yeah, this is Airbnb. Who wants to be a millionaire? So you look at Airbnb, the reality is if the guest pays around $268 or whatever, you only get 78. See, a lot of them goes a lot of it goes to Airbnb, which take a lot. And this is the problem with the monopoly. See, the problem is when we have the Ubers of the world, the Grabs of the world, or the Airbnbs of the world, they eventually go on to become a monopoly. And you want to go to these monopolies because you want the power of choice. So in order to get the power of choice, if you want more power of choice, you gravitate toward the monopolies and make more money. So, you know, what sharing is that? So that's why I'm asking the questions. Are we inadvertently building these monopolies? Sellers and buyers go to where there are many sellers and buyers. This is the network effect. So in comes Origin, okay? Origin Protocol comes in and destroys this. Where's this thing? Yeah, this is the Origin Protocol here comes in and they want to destroy this rather than having a monopoly here, like this is Amazon, this is Grab, or this is Uber or whatever, where you have concentrated value to a few. You give free exchange of services, identity verification, reputation. Because that's like Amazon, right? Is this guy have a high score? If this guy is a good merchant or not? They do it all on a platform called Origin. And this is why Don Tapscott, the futurist who also talked about the future of the internet in the 1990s and now is very passionate about blockchain, also says that blockchain is going to revolutionize the world because it is going to be able to redefine the sharing economy. Okay, going to be able to redefine the sharing economy. So what it does is, okay, today, you know, everything is in a monopoly here. Tomorrow, everything is in one single platform. And these platforms will be able to work with each other. That means you have Amazon and Google or whatever interacting, or Amazon and Uber and whatever, or Grab interacting together. Okay, so it allows third developers to build marketplace dApps. There are already over 30 partners. Okay, and yeah, let's look at some of them. One of them is something called B token. I'm going to go here, B token here. Let's go B token. Because B token is similar to Airbnb. Let's go B token. Oops, I don't see that. Let's see here. B token. B token. Okay, yeah. There, decentralized home sharing network. It is just like Airbnb because it has people from the, you know, it's ex-Uber, ex-Airbnb, and a couple of other more people that just have gotten together to build this platform that allows you to do an Airbnb. That B token, the future of Airbnb, can now book home on our BNES Alpha platform. Would love to hear your feedback on how we can refine the platform. There, see, you can even go BNES. You can even start booking a home using it for much cheaper. Of course, the fees here are much, much cheaper than Airbnb. There, you see that? There, B. And they charge B, right? So now you can see what the tokens are used for. When these companies come out with cryptocurrencies, it's meant to be used as a service. So this is B. There, B, B, B. Yeah, that's how much is a B now. Just go to CoinMarketCap and type B. B. Just type B token. Yeah, it's like 4 cents. You know, it's like 4 cents B tokens. So this would cost, let's see, Hollywood. It's fine. It's fine. Apartment. Okay. Promenade yourself. Master bedroom. 1.1735 B a night. If you convert that to US dollars, let's see. Let's convert this to US dollars. 1735B times 4.04. $69. This is $69. Okay, so similar to that. So that is B token. So origin. So you look at origin. Okay, you know that sometimes when you, I don't know how many of you are Grab drivers or Uber drivers. So you know, are you really working for yourself or being exploited when you use centralized platforms? And I like this girl. Drive with Grab, also no socks. So you don't get socks. So you have to fork out a lot for wear and tear and maintenance. Grabs also need to be more humane to drivers, good passengers, good for passengers behaving like royalty but not driver. Wow. Grab drivers work like employee answering to the top management but no employee benefit. I think this is key. This is super duper key. So that's why I asked you guys, are you guys really working for yourself, the Grab drivers, or are you really being ripped off? Where, you know, you have to answer to top management, but you have no employee benefits. Of course, that's why there was a lawsuit in US, right? That wanted Uber to treat all these people like employees because that's how they are, okay? And he gets 25% of the driver's hard-earned income. Good, right? So rather than do that, but rather than bringing the taxis out together, you know, since there's a pain here of high driver for fees, Grab takes 25%. Competitor applications have failed because lack of network effects. So now Grab is the biggest kahuna in town. Why don't you build an application on Origin protocol that 33% is to maintain a system and launch an ICO? That's it. The rest, it would be shared among the drivers. So the drivers get more of the value versus Grab or whatever. And of course, if you can do this on the blockchain, you can even have Internet of Things integration to ensure that cars are in excellent working conditions, you know, using DAX. Yeah, DAX already, IOTA does this. And you do it in payment in cryptocurrencies, just like we saw the website for B, accept payment in cryptocurrencies. Again, if you do this for Malaysia as a competitor to Grab, if you build it on Origin, then you would use Origin tokens to pay for the services. So again, that's another example of where Airbnb is now being replaced by something like Origin here. Okay. So again, this is an example of Origin protocol. And look at all these companies already on there. So clearly they are already on their way to disrupt the normal economy. This could be the next Amazon. Okay, I really think this is the next Amazon, the sharing economy where you allow the fractional use of assets. Yes, fractional use means that, you know, if you have a car, you don't use it all the time, but when you don't use it all the time, you can actually be driving and then you can be making money from it rather than letting it stay at home and gathering dust and you not making anything. Okay. Okay, now that is, okay, any questions now until this? See, Steam Network, yeah, any questions now? So Origin protocol is about decentralization. You see Facebook now possibly being displaced by Steam. You don't know, maybe it's another application, but a Steemit-like application will probably replace Facebook because we all like to make money, right? That's it. Now, so this is, we talked about Origin. Now let's talk about QuarkChain. QuarkChain, of course, is an example of a very fast blockchain. And you see all this, and you see the problem now. You know, everything is scalability like PayPal and all of it. Alibaba is very quick. The blockchain, as we talked about, is very slow. So QuarkChain is going to increase the speed of the blockchain. That is just what it wants to do. And of course, when it does this and it has decentralization, scalability, and security, that's when a lot of applications or a lot of dApps are going to start to be built on this network, and that's how it's going to steal the market. So this is an example of an IBM server, okay, because to me, the the server here, the IBM server is things like platforms, the blockchain platforms like QuarkChain and all that. Okay, so that is really, yeah, this is QuarkChain is probably like IBM. And of course, once you have a server here, server here doing all the computation, guess what? You need storage, correct? And as we see how the blockchain works, and as more and more data resides on the blockchain, you know you're going to need a lot of storage. So rather than buying expensive storage, the winner of the game of storage would most likely be the one who can provide very, very, very cheap storage. Let's go here. And I think that one of the companies, more exciting companies that will go at least 10x, to me is Arweave. Yes, I already entered the ICO. I also got the ICO into QuarkChain. As usual, I sold early. So battle between David and Goliath. Arweave is shaking them up. This is storage is a $3 trillion industry, and they're going up against, you know, the SkyDrive, Microsoft, Dropbox, and Google Drive. Whereas in the blockchain space, they're going up against Filecoin, which we saw just now, the biggest ICO. Also storage, Made Safe, IPFS, SiaCoin, BlueZell. This is light streams, okay? So again, it's very, very parallel. It's similar. It's like the storage wars all over again. So you have a small guy like this guy, Arweave. Yeah, maybe one day they'd be like a Google Drive or Dropbox. Who knows? But it's definitely possible. And I like the storage space because I think it's a sweet spot and there are bound to be many players. You know, explosive data growth dictates more data on the blockchain for big data versus relational data stored in the databases. I think data tsunami is where the next battle is won. And, you know, when I was in EMC, we were battling Hitachi and also NetApp. So I think Arweave is good because, again, Arweave is about cheap storage, okay? Arweave is about cheap storage. And I still remember from my days in EMC, NetApp stole a lot of our business because this was about very cheap storage, okay? So this is an example where I'm just drawing parallels, okay guys? I'm drawing parallels to the past to make it easier for me to invest in the future. That is what I do in all my frameworks. No need to recreate. And storage is very, very big because, again, of the data tsunami. Look at this. This is the coming flood of data by 2020. Average internet user, you are going to use 1.5 gig of data a day. Who's going to store that? Somebody has to store that. And look at all the storage requirements, okay? So you need to store storage at a fraction of the cost of traditional storage. You need, you know, the cost to access the content. You need the content to be stored permanently. And this is where Arweave really makes itself really, really stand out. And if you look at the cost now, why I think, okay? And this is why I think that this storage is such a big stuff, and why I think that storage really go to the boom is because the cost of storing is very, very low. The cost of storing is way too expensive. Now, for example, you know, they say here storing a 1 megabyte file on Ethereum blockchain at the time of writing would cost $13,000. 18 minutes. Do you want to do that? So it is prohibitively expensive. So it is things like this where, you know, to transact to Bitcoin, I need $40, spend $40. To store 1 megabyte of storage, I need to spend $13,000. How can this revolution be at the peak? I don't think so. I think there are many rounds to go and there are many more companies to come up. And I think that, you know, the cryptocurrency valuation is really poised to go up. Okay. Okay, so Arweave summary is about free, low cost, always on storage. Current on-chain solutions are too expensive to even consider. So they have an innovative architecture. You really don't need to know all this, but you need to know that, you know, it's following the the same script as the internet before. When there was server, they created a lot of data. When they created a lot of data, they just needed more storage. And this is an example of where I say that Arweave can be used inside a hospital for a hospital setting, because it is very good to store medical records securely. It is very good to store medical archive securely. And in Malaysia, you need to do this very securely, because in Malaysia, you know, our medical data is owned by the hospital. But what happens when you want to transfer your medical record from one hospital to the next, or from the clinic to the hospital? This is very, very complex. But something like a blockchain, which gives security, will likely solve this problem. So, okay. The next one that we're going to go to is another one. Again, this one is Phantom. It is another blockchain, like you know, it's like blockchain, but it's another blockchain. It's called a directed acrylic graph. It's much faster. It starts at about 200,000 transactions per second. Okay, so like 200,000 transactions per second is going up higher. Yeah, I use David versus Goliath. I like that because because I'm thinking of so I use the same pictures, right? I'm thinking of Definity. Yeah, I'm thinking of I'm thinking of multiple games. I'm thinking of multiple games, because if we invest in David and it becomes a Goliath, or it manages to throw down the Goliath, guess what? We get multiple games. So, you know, Phantom is going up against Nano, Hedera, Hashgraph, and IOTA, and all that. And again, for this, I'm focusing now on the blockchain, right? Focusing now on I use so many of these examples. So again, I put here the infrastructure battle, where now everybody is trying to be Ethereum, right? Everybody's trying to be much faster than Ethereum. So yeah, that's Hedera Hashgraph, by the way. Okay, so all we need to do is find a similar story that's faster than Ethereum, a similar story that requires more storage or innovative storage. That's all you need to do if you think of it as a stock. Now, of course, if you want to go more detailed and you want to write articles, or you want to do YouTube videos like me about this, then you have to go and study in more detail. And that's what we're going to do on Saturday and Sunday, so that you have the skills to analyze the ICO, you have the skills to analyze the technology, so that you can be a future YouTuber. You can be a future YouTuber that makes a lot of money, okay? So even if you look like a young project, okay, this is a very, very young project. This is the very, very young project for Phantom. You just look at this, okay? Strong partners, strong investors, leading confidence to the development, okay? Their partners like Oracle. And look at all these guys funding them. Now, isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing that these guys are funding them? Because when you talk about Phantom, all it is, it's a project with it's really a project with only how do you say it? A white paper. But I'll probably trust the white paper because I see all these investors in, because as I said, this thing, when you talk about hash graph is something that is really going to happen in 2019 or 2020. Okay, so the fact that there's a lot of money already coming in to this sector means that all the ICO stocks are probably going to do very well. Not stocks, coins, tokens are going to do very well. And Phantom is from Korea, that's why I say it is a super duper duper really, really impressive kimchi. So you see, when you look at all this angle, it's really not difficult, you know. It's not difficult to be able to achieve all this. You just need to think of what do you say, similarities, okay? Just think of similarities in their project. And yet another one that I like is this. Where is it? It's called One Ledger. Yeah, One Ledger. So, you know, we saw just now that, you know, because in the real world, you have something like WebSphere. So WebSphere allows you to tie different solutions together, okay? Similarly, One Ledger is doing the same thing. One Ledger enables cross-ledger access to business modularization. So your applications here inside your organization can talk to different blockchain networks. Now, isn't this like business? That's why one ledger is also another hot ICO that I'm sure is going to do very well. Not 20 times, but I'm saying that this can go easily 5 to 6 times, because rather than seeing it as one ledger and rather than studying this first, I say, the way I study is, hey, this is similar to WebSphere. If WebSphere is big, then this is big. And just by remembering how WebSphere works, that allows me to understand the analysis that I myself am doing on one ledger, because this looks like all the roles that are already inside WebSphere. And lo and behold, the guy that is doing this is from IBM WebSphere. Guess what? Okay, no surprises there, right? So again, it's a very clever architecture. Of course, we don't have time to do this here. We're going to do this during class for those of you that want to write articles and make a lot of money. Because now writing articles or doing advertising material for the companies also allows you to get more tokens, which allows you to make more and more money. And here I see that one ledger is a use case here, and follow me here, because I know that hospitals in Malaysia use a lot of different systems, right? Correct. So everyone in Malaysia uses a different system, and just like you would use, just like Malaysia, where you would tie up different systems using WebSphere. Similarly, you can tie up different systems and link it to different blockchains using the One Ledger protocol. And the One Ledger protocol now has APIs that allows you to, to develop in their platform and to talk to different blockchains, be it, I put here Bitcoin, and then there's Ethereum. This one I put NEM. Because in Malaysia, NEM is very popular, okay? There's the NEM Foundation in the multimedia super corridor. So maybe you want to do Malaysia, then you got to do more NEM. But what I'm trying to say to you is it is all very, very similar, okay? So as I said, yeah, this is the same thing, because if one ledger can do multiple protocols, then surely using one ledger, disparate systems can be integrated. And this provides seamless movement of people and medical records from primary care to secondary care to tertiary care. Okay, any questions so far? So, what we've done is, we have just looked at it just like a stock. That's all it is. I don't think it is entirely or entirely complicated. This is really not complicated, okay? Think of it as a stock. Think of it with similarities, okay? Think of similarities. And this is what we're going to go in class on Saturday and Sunday, because when you think like this, when you think in simple terms, you can be an ambassador for a company. So ambassador is someone who writes articles, okay? I write articles, do memes, do marketing for them, and then you can get paid. And get paid with free tokens, okay? So this is why knowledge is very important. And because ICO are so hot now, and then with the regulations, going to make it even easier, and students will see how hard it's going to be to enter into ICOs, it is actually easier to enter. Easier to enter using free tokens, or to get bigger allocations. Bigger allocations by doing quote-unquote advertising for the companies. That's how we make money, okay guys? So this is a very, very amazing world, okay, where they really are giving you a chance to the small guy to get in. And as we go on Saturday and Sunday, here's what we are going to cover, okay? So this is why I had to really really redesign this all together, because I just realized that it's about all the successful guys are the guys that have it in their head. The subconscious is working. So what we're going to do is we are going to use immersive training starting tomorrow and Sunday, and also the classes on the ICO just after Raya, to screw your head. You got to correct your head, okay? We've got to correct what is ever in your head. We have to take out the false beliefs. We have to put the good beliefs there, because from beliefs, comes emotions, and from emotions come actions, which gives you the right results. So again, if you have this, then you're going to do very well. As our record is concerned, we took like 20,000 to US, 1 million in 4.5 months. I'm going to repeat it again, okay? But now take this. I want this 20,000 to come from free money. Isn't that crazy? I don't even want to spend 20,000. This 20,000 comes from free money. I'm going to take it to 1 million again. And you know what? Believe it or not, I already have 10K. Can you believe that? I already have 10K. In another 10K, I'll be done lah, okay? And then I'm just going to drive it to 1 million, okay? Now, isn't that amazing? Can you do this anywhere else? You cannot, okay? So we also have things like ICO pools, airdrops, free tokens, and soon we're going to set up a hedge fund, probably sometime in August, and do that and around there. So this is how we are always improving, okay? We are always improving to become better. And to offer more to our students. So we're going to start classes this Sunday. Again, it is to your advantage. Just listen to Daniel's story. It is to your advantage, okay? To basically participate. The more you participate, the more you will do well, okay? And again, I think I have a track record of being very right on the money. My predictions are right on the money. I predicted Icon will go 22x just by comparing Icon and Neo. It went 100. I predicted Quark Chain to go 21 times just by comparing Quark Chain and Zilliqa. It went 22 times. So this is how we do things. We tend to do things in a very simple way, okay? We're going to do things in a very simple way, but the important thing that I think has to happen for us to be successful is we got to tune your head together. So those of you that want to be students, you can just contact me. My email. Put my email here. Shukri@epersona.com. This is all recorded also. And you can also just join my YouTube channel, because we always update things from there. Okay? We update the latest ICOs that we do, the latest recommendations that we do are all there. Okay, YouTube, just go there and subscribe to the channel there, okay? Okay, any questions? So I just try to make it look simple. It is not that simple, but if you can look at this as a stock now, and if you understand technology, if you understand industry, then you can, I think you'll be able to easily understand property industry. And remember that, I want you to remember that Mr. Daniel 55 times is a chef. He's not a technologist, okay? He is a chef. Tukang masak, faham tak? How can a tukang masak make 55 times, So, see, the thing is this. If you start, a lot of people ask me that I'm a newbie. I always say, actually, if you are a newbie, you have a better chance of being successful. Because why? You do not have the old habits, okay? You don't have the old habits. That's important, okay? So newbies have a better chance of being successful because you are starting fresh. And sometimes when you are technical, then you have to kind of unlearn things. You have to start unlearning things if you are technical, because you will have to start from scratch and understanding it from a layman's term, okay? Because when we do this, it's not only about the money you have. It's fine if you have the money to go into ICOs and all that, and I can give you all the recommendations. The issue is, will you even get the token? Nothing is given in near. Nothing is given in nothing is cast in stone. Doesn't mean you can get it, Doesn't mean you can get it. You still have to fight for it. But it's better if you have the knowledge, and then you can contribute to the ICO. You can contribute to the ICO by being an ambassador for the company, by writing articles for the company, by doing work for the company, and then you get free tokens. And then after you get free tokens, you also get more allocation for ICOs, and then you can make a lot of money. I think that's the way to go. Because, you know, rather than going into ICOs which are bad, I'd rather we go into ICOs which are good, okay? We go into good ICOs, and I think that is the better way for us in order to ensure our success. Okay, any questions? Any questions? Yeah, you can just take over the mic, or you can just write in the chat. Any questions? Any questions? Yeah, thank you for attending, but this is the new way we're going to do it. So those who come tomorrow and Sunday for class, again, it is to your benefit to participate. It is to your benefit to do practical work. Like Daniel, he does practical work, so ask him to do practical work. Because practical work is the only way you can do things, and your subconscious mind, it goes into your subconscious mind, and then you start, you know, things come like clockwork to you. You understand things. Like now, right? Taking like 2K to wow, 100K. That's amazing. So yes, any questions? So please, those of you who come to class tomorrow and Sunday, please participate. It doesn't matter. Embarrass yourself, lah. Who cares? Who cares? Do you know that last time this guy was embarrassed? When he was in the public group, Daniel here was in the public group, he was embarrassed because there was this one guy, our hater here, Jalil, our hater, didn't believe him. Daniel said that he made money through Zcoin, right? Yeah, Zcoin. And then this moron, this stupid moron, Jalil, didn't believe him. He was questioning why he made. And now we show you that he made 112K, right? Friend, 112K in the bank lah. In the bank. That's why dia berani bawa perempuan keluar lah. Wah, he already take girl buka puasa. No, time will be ni. Time is 9:30 to 5. 4 lah. But I like to take it to 5 because I think you guys should be participating in class really. Please be participative in class. You know, just go to the Telegram group. You can contact Daniel or contact me there. Daniel, please write your name. Please write your name there. So, you know, people are asking, oh, can I cash out? Friend, he cashed out 112K from 2K. Man. Duit raya. Wah, sudah lawan toke lah. I made 50K, he made 112K. Lawan toke, wolf of apa? Dia ni nama ni, tak lama lagi, he's going to name him the Wolf of Bukit Bintang Street, okay? We are going to name him the Wolf of Bukit Bintang Street. Yeah, so that's what we do, okay? So please guys, in fact, this is bulan puasa now. We're going to have another class after the Saturday and Sunday, then the following week. So obviously, Hari Raya Puasa, so we don't do it, okay? But the following week is ICO. I'm going to make that 12-hour class, okay? Our classes after Hari Raya will be 10 to 12 hours. I hope you can stretch 12 hours because you need to be immersive. You need to be immersive and participate. That's how you do it. You know, bukannya duduk diam, you know, not getting quiet and trying to absorb things. You won't do it that way. The best way to learn fast is immersive and do it yourself. Yes, you will stumble. Yes, you will fall. But when you do that again and again and again, of course, Tony Robbins called this spaced repetition, you become very, very, very good. Okay, any other questions? Any other questions? Ask. Yeah, you can ask on by taking the mic or unmute yourself, or you can even ask on the question and answer. Right? Any questions? Please ask. Please ask. Yeah. Questions? Any questions? Any questions? Don't be shy. Let's see. Wait. Let's see. Those bounty manager use case. No, they don't. They don't complain. Yeah, same. You can use the same.
Are we going to learn how to trade?
How to trade. Yeah, you're going to learn how to trade also. Yeah, of course. But trading is not really our trading. We don't do much on trading because it's risky. But of course, you must learn how to trade also. Correct.
So trading is not the main activity?
Trading is not the main activity because it's risky. Why it's risky? Because you need to really control your mind. Okay, you need to really control your mind because you go in, out, in, out. It can get very stressful. You look at it in an NLP way. You're not in a peak state.
So what's the main activity to gain?
Investing.
Investing.
Investing, yes, putting in and investing and waiting it to go.
Now I get it. What I mean by trading is that you still have to buy, right?
Yeah, you still have to buy and sell, but not necessarily. There's another way to do it.
Buy and hold.
Buy and hold.
Buy and hold.
Not necessarily, because what you can do is also you can get free tokens. Yeah, invest, hold, and explode. Or you can get free tokens by having a knowledge on the blockchain and all that, which we're going to teach, which is why we have to go into detail, which is why we have to make it immersive. And you write articles for them, and then you get free tokens, and then you can immediately sell or you can wait and sell. It doesn't matter. So there are two ways to do this. So I'm all about bringing down the risk for people, not just asking people to trade, lose money for what, And that's how you can see if people here are successful, they will make a lot of money. A lot of times their initial capital. Yes, multiplication, correct. It's all about multiplying. Yeah, that's a good way. Yeah, maganda. It's all about multiplying and maganda. We're not here to get the 10, 20%. That's boring. We're here to get the 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 10 times, 20 times, 55 times. So it's something that's very different from what others teach you, okay? It's very, very different. It's because this is a different kind of game. We're out here to make the big money. I mean, if you look at traditionally stock or even Forex, from 2K ringgit, how much would you have right now? I don't think you'll have 112K. I don't even think you'll have 11K. I don't even think you'll have 5K. Okay. Let alone 112K. Okay. Any more questions? Please ask. Yeah, it takes time to understand our philosophy, right? Because we have a weird way of doing things. Anything? Yeah, boleh pasang duit raya. I think we can start pasang duit raya now. Okay, anything else? So you want to join, just contact me or Daniel, okay? Because we do have classes tomorrow, and that's why we had to do it today, because we want more time tomorrow, okay? We don't have, But after Raya, definitely our classes will go 10, 12 hours. Tomorrow, not so much puasa lah. It's very hard to ask people to be active during puasa lah, but it's okay lah. Let's try to do it. Let's try to make it as long as possible, okay? Really, let's make it as long as possible. It's for your benefit, If you embarrass yourself, so what? I mean, Daniel was embarrassed. In the end, who's laughing? Right? Again.
I was ashamed.
He was ashamed. He was shamed. He was shamed.
Like Zul Hafi 5, 10, 20 Ether. I invested 0.3 Ether.
He started with 0.3 Ether. Okay, he was ashamed of himself. But look at him now. Okay, it's amazing, right? So yes, these things do happen. And I saw, right, and I told you, right, I think my students saw me during our town hall where a student gave me 10K. I don't know how much he made. I've never asked how much he made. As much as you. Give me like 10K, okay? 10K for my duit raya. Wrote me a check. I think the guys know. Okay lah, he has a bank. We know where his bank is lah. I think they're all suspicious. Apa bagi duit raya kat Sensei? Who gave Sensei 10K duit raya? No, it's not too late to join, but yeah, the later you join, of course, the later you join, the harder it is lah. You join early again. It's a game where the early bird gets the worm, I guess, Yeah, but it's never too late to join. But the early bird does get the worm in this case. Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct.
Shukri.
Yeah. Yes.
do you think that the ICO season will be the same length as last year?
Yeah, only 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah, because it has this big jump and then it goes down, right? It's always like that. Yeah. Yeah, correct.
Okay.
So you know what we're doing now is positioning ourselves into ICO season, and there's some exciting ICOs that's coming up. I was talking about all these fast blockchains, the storage like Arweave and Lightstreams, and as long as you have some good tokens going into there, then yeah, that is a good time to dispose lah. Of course, you don't want to dispose all, but you know, try to keep some. But yeah, you must always have a very good habit of taking profit. Bubble for Bitcoin. I don't think the next bubble, I think, is in the summer season. It's always summer and winter. Summer, winter, summer and winter. If you look at all the patterns. So we are going into the next bubble season. And of course, during the bubble, no one wants to sell, but we now know that we should be taking some profits off the table, or most of the profits off the table. Yeah, that's just when it is. And now it's even a greater chance because now you can manage your risk, because if you do not, if the capital is not all yours, then naturally you're going to make more money, right? Because the capital is not all going to be from you. The capital is going to be from the companies. So that's why it's even better now than last year, because last year we had to come up with capital. Now we come up with probably only half or 25% of the capital that we want, and the rest, if we are clever, if we do things fast, can be provided by the company. So I think that's great. I think that's a major, major paradigm shift from what was before. Okay, anything else? Enjoy. Yeah, that's me. That's me, man. That is me. Yeah, that's my Telegram handle, okay? That's my Telegram handle there. That's my WhatsApp number. Yeah.
Shukri.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that I've been going to many blockchain and cryptocurrency events.
Yeah.
And your point of view, the way you see things is very unusual and extremely valuable.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I don't think many people understand that.
Correct. Yeah, because I have a different point of view. It takes time for the mainstream to understand. But you know, because it's because of this different point of view that our students that have the discipline can make lots of money. I only pray that they don't get involved with the wrong woman.
Yeah, and also, I would say your age and experience is
Correct.
really bringing a lot of value on the table.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, I forgot to mention that I trade Forex, I've traded commodities, I trade stocks in the US, I've traded stocks in Malaysia. So I'm kind of a global trader. Yeah, correct. So when I do that, you know, when I keep in my mind, I always compare the different asset classes, okay? There are different rules for different asset classes. And, you know, I've been burned before. I made a lot of money and then subsequently lost it. So lessons are learned from all this experience, and you can't really read from books. You have to experience it and do it again. This spaced repetition thing. And for me, trading, talk about spaced repetition was since 1993. You know, sometimes or so I went belly up and didn't trade for several years because there was no capital. But I've done it again and again and again, and I'm always about upgrading my game. You know? Yeah, practical to perfection. Correct. Thank you. Okay, anything else? Okay, guys. So anything, just contact me. And yeah, and students, tomorrow, remember that we have class and we're going to go into deep dive tomorrow, okay? Because you have to understand what's going on to be able to be a good writer or someone who understands, then knows what to choose, what to choose. Yes, ada lagi?
Dah balik rumah.
Ha? Tanya. Sesi bahasa Melayu kita buat lepas raya, there will be something like this.
Yeah, tapi I'm in the middle of something. Tu kejap.
Boleh. Anything? Tak ada?
Nak ikut. Memang tak nemu abang.
Oh, tak ada. Okay, anything else?
Mungkin ada kod.
Okay, guys. Okay, so I will, classes will be tomorrow and we'll have another session after Hari Raya in Malay, guys. Okay, selamat Hari Raya semua, ya. Okay, guys. Thank you. Bye. Thank you all. Okay, good. And we will keep this recording posted on YouTube. Thank you very much.